Hey guys, Walter's World here, and we're in Amsterdam. If you can't see behind me, it says I Amsterdam or I am Amsterdam. We're outside the Rijksmuseum, one of the coolest museums you're going to see here in the Netherlands. It's not Holland. Holland is a county. The Netherlands is a country. However, we're going to just be talking about Amsterdam because we're here for a little weekend trip. So I thought I'd give you guys the top 10 things you should see or do while you're here in Amsterdam. Because honestly, it is one of the 10 coolest cities in Europe to come to if you want to have a good time and party. Things like that, we have that here. If you want to see architecture, guys, they have some amazing architecture here, amazing museums, they've got it all, okay? So let's go through some of the top 10 things. First off, the city is filled with canals. Take a canal tour. It sounds cheesy, it sounds like something your grandma would do, but it is really cool. You take the tours around, they show you some of the main sites, you see some amazing architectures, the side streets, you see more than just the red light district and some bars. I mean, it is really, really cool. Okay, so number one, take a canal trip. Number two, you have the Anne Frank house. Anne Frank, you might have read her diary when you were a kid, a young Dutch Jewish girl who was killed by the Nazis. Basically, her family was in hiding here in Amsterdam for quite some time until they were basically turned in and, well, they were sent off to concentration camps, didn't make it, but you can actually see where they grew up, where they were hidden, where she grew up, where she was hidden, where she wrote her diary and things like that. Okay, it's a very moving thing, and it is one of the best things to see in the city. Okay, next, if you want a little bit a happier thing, maybe look at it. You have the Heineken experience. You go to the Old Heineken Brewery. Okay, and they give you a tour, and they give you the history of the beer and all these things. And also, what's nice is at the end you get a few free drinks and a little Heineken cup to take home for a little souvenir. So that's nice. Another thing to do, number 4 is, yes, Amsterdam's famous for sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and other things. But sex is one of the big things here. The red light district in Amsterdam is, I mean, even if you don't use it for what it's technically for, to walk through it is an experience in itself. So it definitely is one of the 10 things you want to do when you're here, is go see that. Now, I'm not saying use the services, that's up to you. I'm saying is you should go walk around and see the girls in the glass windows and the glass doors with their little bikinis on or their underwear, listen to you, come on over, big guy, you know, it makes you feel all good. Anyway, it's an interesting experience. I recommend you go check it out, okay? Number 5. Bike riding. You'll see when you're in Amsterdam, people are riding bikes all over the place. What you should do is rent one of those bikes and go out of Amsterdam for a bit. Now you're saying, well, Mark, this is top 10 Amsterdam. Yes, it's very easy to rent a bike, go out to one of the towns outside, see the windmills, see the tulips, okay? If you're here in the spring until about mid-May, so like March, April, May, you can see the amazing flowers out there, you know, all the things you see in the postcards, you can see it then. Okay, so rent a bike and go out there and check it out. Okay, so that's number 5. Number 6, right behind us, we have the Rijksmuseum, or the Royal Museum. In there, you have Vermeer, you have Rembrandt. Rembrandt's Night Watch is in there. It's probably the best collection of Dutch art in the Netherlands. I mean, it is amazing to check out. Okay, next, right over here as well, right by the Rijksmuseum, you have the Van Gogh Museum, or Van Gogh, depends where you're from, how you say it. You know, the guy that cut his ear off, that guy. Yes. He has one of the largest collections in the world of his paintings together. It's basically with his brother's collection and stuff that he had left to him. That's here. It is really, really cool. If you have never seen Van Gogh before, you get to see everything you've ever wanted to see from him and more. And that's not just Van Gogh. You have also some other artists in there that were from his private collection. Okay? Next, number 8. Well, like I said, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yes, drugs. You know, there are a lot of what are called coffee houses. Coffee houses are not for coffee drinking. They're for, hey man, how's it going? Okay, it's smoking pot and doing it legally. So you'll see it and you'll smell it all over the city. Okay, so just look for a coffee house. That's what you're into. They have that there. If you don't want to smoke, they have brownies. They have all kinds of stuff for you. Okay, but even if you don't go in, just to see it and the people going by, because you can see the people that come out. Believe me. Okay, it is really kind of a cool thing. Well, not go in, but it's interesting to see. Okay, number 9, some more interesting museums to see is actually the Sex Museum. There's a few, but there's one when you're coming straight out of the train station on the main street drag there. There's a sex museum that is really cool. I mean, they say, oh, you're just being a pervert. No, I mean, it goes through like the history of, well, porn, yes, but it also goes through like historical figures and their sexuality and just how sexuality has changed over the years. So it's, I mean, you still have to be 18 and over to get in. And if you're looking for like a cultural thing, it is actually really cool. That's my thing. And it keeps rolling. I guess it's a little windy for you guys, huh? Let's get that back up there. Alright, so the Sex Museum is number 9. And number 10, you see the Royal Palace at the Dom. It's like Cathedral Square or whatever. there's a square in the middle where the city was founded in about 1270, I think. It's called Dam. Okay, so you go there. There's the town hall, the royal palace is there, and there's a couple nice churches there. It's just kind of a cool place to hang out. All right. So the wind's picking up, so I don't want you guys just to hear wind all the time. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown as I go closer. So the top 10 things you should do when you're in Amsterdam. 1, take a canal tour and just go around the city. Number 2, see the Anne Frank house. Number 3, take the Heineken tour, Heineken experience. Number 4, walk through the red light district. You don't necessarily have to, be a part of it, but you can walk through it. Number 5, take a bike ride outside the city to check out things. Okay. Number 6, the Rijksmuseum, which is this big, huge museum right behind me. So some amazing Dutch work. Number 7, the Van Gogh Museum, which is actually, as I'm making you sick twirling around, is just right over there. Then you have number 8, the coffee houses. Number 9, the Sex Museum. And number 10, the Dam Square and the Royal Palace is right there. So there's 10 things you should see when you're in Amsterdam. I want to go back with this windy weather. I apologize for the sound quality. Other things you should know, guys, there's not a lot of great food here, so basically you're going to be eating pancakes and French fries, which if you're going to the coffee houses, will suit you just fine. All right, so have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Ciao from Amsterdam.